In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to pull information from a masterclass into your own personal class. So here you can see my classes, and I've created a fake masterclass along with a fake first period class. So if you are pulling content from a coach or from a teacher who's created a masterclass, what you would want to do is to click on your personal class right here. And now you have it open. You would go into your classwork section. You can see that this is a blank class. I don't have anything in it. And I'm going to go to create. Now, instead of creating a brand new assignment, what I'm going to do is click on reuse post. This will allow you to pull content from another class. It brings up all of your archived classes. In this case, I just want to click on master class. That's the name I'm giving it. And now you can choose content that you want to bring in. So for instance, this is information that might be from the first week of the master class. I'm just going to go ahead and click on the first one that I see, which is watch and respond. You want check to create new copies of all attachments, and you're going to click reuse. You'll now notice that it pulls up the assignment. Again, it is pulling from the master class into your own personal class for your students. And so here you want to check the title, you want to check the instructions. Very important, and if it has a Google Doc attached to it or a Google file, you want to make sure it says make a copy for each student. If you do not say make a copy for each student, students are not going to be able to edit it, and you'll cause problems. So always click, for this purpose, always click make a copy for each student. And then on the right-hand side, check your due dates and your points, and then go ahead and click assign. So this will now bring this over into your personal classroom, and you can pick where you want it to show up. So in this case, it brought the title over from the master class. Now let me show you the master class. So for those of you that are creating the master classes, it may be easiest to organize it by week. So this is week 1, this is week 2. Any content you add to your master class, teachers can pull from if they are a joint teacher. So if you're creating the master class, you need to go up here and invite the other teachers that you want to be able to pull the content from. All you have to do is put in their email address, and then they will get an invitation to join. Okay, going back to this master class, just taking a look at the organization. So it may be best to organize it by weeks. I want to go over a couple other things with you. If you are going to use Google Forms, and Google Forms is a way to automatically grade. If you're going to do that, there's a couple things you need to keep in mind. If it's going to be a quiz, meaning it grades it automatically, do not add attachments of anything else with it. Keep it as a standalone assignment. So in this case, when I click on this, it's just the quiz. It does not have anything else in with it. And I put here in the instructions, please read chapter 1 and answer the questions on the attached form. So going on here would be where they would read it from. This would be where they would answer the question. Okay, and I put this as a material. So that means that as they click on it, they can just read this fake article about aliens. Why not? Okay, going back to here. So if you're a teacher pulling this information over, there's a couple things that you need to know. So you see that I've pulled over the watch and respond. I can go ahead and say reuse post. And now it remembers the last class that you pulled from. So it's giving me the information of what I can pull from. I'm going to click on the chapter 1 reading material, and I'm going to click reuse, and I'm going to bring that over. Again, I'm going to check the information. There is nothing to make sure this is just reading material, so there's no grades or anything like that. If you teach more than one class, you can select the classes it goes to, and then you're going to click post. And we're going to do this one more time and bring over the other assignment. But in this case, what we are bringing over is a Google form. And I've put here, so if you're the person creating the master class, you may want to put, you'll notice the title of this is Chapter 1 Questions, change the title on this form. There's a reason for that. So a Google form collects responses. If this is a shared Google form, let's say that there are 5 teachers pulling this form into their own personal class. And let's say that each teacher has 5 classes. You now have 25 classes that are sharing the same form. So if the title of this form is not changed, all of the students in the 25 classes will be in the response or the data, and you will not be able to segregate out which students belong to which teacher unless you do this. So if you click on this where it says Google Form, go down to the pencil right here and click on this. it would allow you to edit it. All you have to do is change the title slightly. So if it says fake quiz, you might want to call it fake quiz and your last name, something along that line. Remember that Google saves automatically, so all you have to do is close out. It has now changed the title of this so that everybody that gets that quiz in your classes, the data will stay just within your classes. And then, of course, you might, if you're the teacher, about to post this in your own class, you just want to change it to say Chapter 1 questions. Again, those of you creating master classes, you might want to put the reminder in the title up here for your teachers to change that name. This only applies to Google Forms. If it's a Google Doc and you make a copy for every student, it does not matter. But Google Forms, it does matter because it's collecting data for anybody who shares this form. So again, I just want to double check that this is the correct title. So I'm going to click on this and see it did save it as Fake Quiz McCoy, and it's now saved. So that means that just my students, when I post this into my class, just my students will take the test on the one that says McCoy, and therefore all of my student data will be saved.